Hey, how you doing?
Live.
Check, baby, check, baby, check.
Yeah.
It's called the rope shaker.
Ready?
Okay, guys, we're getting ready to start. We got 5:59. I'll call it 6 o'clock. MMA Fight Pass podcast number
6.
Here we go.
Are you live on you already or no?
Yes, we are, sir.
Okay, so
On
ready?
your phone too?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go here just to get an official start. 5 seconds. Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How's it going, everybody? Sergio Quinones with MMA Fight Pass. Joined once again with the man over here, Chris Ronquillo.
Hey guys.
And today our special guest, King Arciniega.
King's in the house.
Hey. In the house, man. So
Yeah. I'm happy to be here.
Got a good little squad going on today, man. First of all, gotta start out with our thank yous. Bellator MMA, Scott Coker, CJ Tuttle, Danny Brenner. Thank you to Spike TV, David Schwartz, and Nicole Platt for your continued support.
And big shout out, man, to all our sponsors, the people that make it happen. First of all, See What Digital, located in Hanford, California, at 559-905-1033. Leper.com for all your internet service. And a big shout out to Eddie Aguirre out there, Visalia MMA. He hooked us up, man. Sponsors from some goodies out there.
Where's that bag? We should bring that bag in
Yeah,
here.
Okay, get that bag, somebody.
he'll get that bag.
Get that bag.
Go and check them out, man. These guys out there at Sequoia Mall in Visalia, still stomping out the competition.
Oh,
and
yeah.
even if you're not located in the area and you see something, because he's on Facebook, he can send it out there. Anything the UFC has, this guy can get it for you. He's the hookup.
They've been here in the Valley forever,
Oh, a
right?
long time,
You
man.
know
Long
about
time.
MMA Fight. What is it?
MMA fight gear.
Fight
Sequoia
gear.
Mall, Eddie Aguirre, Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they gave us some cool shirts.
Some shirts
Some
up there.
Liberty shirts. And some gloves. We're going to be giving all this stuff away. We'll go more into the details of the content.
Yeah, try to figure out something that would be good to give it away, man, and maybe come up with a name for the show. that might start, or some kind of a trivia question or something like that.
Or you can just give us money. We take
yeah,
that too.
give me money and we'll send you stuff out.
But yeah, thank you, Eddie, for the hookup, man, and we hope to work with you very soon. All right, now these shows coming up. Get your ticket from JR Entertainment for the 209 beatdown. That's finally this Saturday.
Yeah, the 29th, man, 209 beat down in Stockton.
We had Ray Hudford call in last week, talk a little bit about that, man, his main event. We'll talk about it more right now. Tattoo Palace Fights 31, May 18th coming up too. That should be a good card. Cody Gibson main event, and then No Limit Fighting is coming Bakersfield,
June 17th.
So
Yeah.
there hasn't been MMA
Mark
in
the
Bakersfield in
calendar.
a while, right?
And we'll be in the house, man, there.
Yeah.
Actually, Saturday, MMA Fight Pass will be in the house on Saturday in Stockton.
That's right.
So,
209 beatdown.
Yeah, 209 beat down.
209 beatdown. Gonna
Tell
be
your
some
friend,
UFC
man.
vets in there.
Support the sport.
Yeah, there are gonna be some UFC vets.
Yeah.
All right, man, let's get things rolling off. Art, man, thanks for joining us again.
Oh, heck yeah.
If you guys remember Art, we did a pretty cool interview with him, man. Got I think 3,000 views, man. It was pretty cool, man. Art talks from the heart about his MMA career and all this stuff. Tell us about your last fight, man. That was before your last fight, huh?
Yes. So I just fought the main event at the Warriors Cage. What was it? Last month, about a month and a half ago. It was an awesome event, man. The Warriors Cage, they threw a great show. It was cool being around all the up and comers. It was cool to represent the team and my team in the main event. And then my opponent, man. Talk about a tough guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very tough guy. When you have somebody that is young, has a lot of fights,
Hungry.
and is hungry and
Yeah.
is tough, it always makes for like a dangerous fight. So, but I was ready, man. I was ready. I was prepared, and I made sure I showed him the respect by training hard and fighting hard. And so it was a good fight. And I haven't seen the video yet, but from what I remember, it was I wanted to see how. I kind of wanted to see how he was gonna come out, because I couldn't find too much video on him.
Yeah.
I've seen him fight live, but it's different when you have to actually
You
have
get
to
to study, yeah.
when you have to study, it's different. So the only videos I was able to find was videos like the old videos. So I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm just gonna try to remember what I'd seen. But then, like you said, I was watching your analysis, and when you were saying where like as a veteran, you know, for me to control the pace, for me to make it my fight to show the veteran in me, right?
Yeah.
So I remember you said that, and I also remember you had said for him to attack, to bring it.
Yeah.
So I kind of, when the fight started, I wanted to see how he was gonna come at me.
How you gonna start?
Yeah. So when Adam came up, so when Adam started, you know, like I said, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna see how he comes out. Whatever he wants to do, I told myself I'm gonna do the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it right off his game plan. And so when we stood, when I kind of started moving forward, he didn't back up. So I said, oh, okay, he wants to make it a striking game. So I said, you know what? I can strike, but like I told myself, I'm gonna do the opposite. So I shot in, and then I made it into a grappling match. Now, if you would have backed up and made it want to make it a grappling match, then I would have stood with him. But like I said, it was one of those things where what you had said, it kind of hit me in the head. Where I was like, you know what? He's right. Since I can't watch too much video, I gotta just go off my experience, and that's what I did, man. That's what I did. You know, I just wanted to make sure that whatever he did, I was just gonna do the opposite. You know, my mentality was, I'm not here to prove that I'm a better striker, that I'm a better grappler. I'm not here to prove that. I'm here to prove I'm a better fighter for that night. And so, and that's what I did, man. And thank goodness, man, everything worked out. But dude, very tough guy, and I'm very excited to see him fight again.
Yeah, I heard from a lot of people out there.
It was a good fight, man. A lot of feedback that I was getting that, I mean, it could have went either way because you both had your good moments in the fight and stuff like that. And it was close. I'd hate to even see a winner. Me, if I would have judged it, I would have judged it a draw. But that's just my opinion. But at the same time, a lot of people said, let's roll this thing back. Let's do it again. Would you consider something like that?
Oh, of course, man. You know,
because that fight was, it warrants to do it again.
I do that at Tachi. If it does happen, exactly. So I want to watch it. You know what I mean? And like, I couldn't go up there, man. I remember my son was about to be born, so I could not be up there in dead zone, no reception. You know? Hell no, man. And then come down to like 35 voicemails, and they just keep getting angrier and angrier. Hell no.
Yeah.
So I'd like to watch that fight, but well, I think Art has a point in his as you grow as a fighter, you know, wins, losses, and everything, you grow what I call is fight IQ. You know, your fight IQ. You know, when you're young and stuff, you know, as a beginning fighter, you just want to go in there, especially probably coming out of 559 fights. You know, those guys, all they do is just freaking fight like crazy for 2 minutes.
Yeah, because they're used to that.
You can't do that all the time for 15 minutes.
The limit. The time limit of 2 minutes, man, they got to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Where as a pro, you know, 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
You got a game plan.
Yeah, it's a little pace. You work at a pace.
And you've seen probably thousands of fights, you know. So you know people have to have a game plan.
And that's what the whole deal is. And I tell these guys, you know, you put in your work and stuff like that. But the key to me, to see, because I coached for a lot of years, and I have been around a lot, seen a lot of fights, is where these guys, a lot of the young guys coming in, they fight at a panic, not at a pace. And where the veterans come in, they fight at a pace, not at a panic. And you can see the discipline, and that's when they're, you know, when someone makes a wrong move, when they capitalize on it, and they say, God, how'd that happen? So, because, dude, you're fighting at a panic, you're throwing all these different disciplines out, and you're not focused.
I mean, Sergio, you remember when you first started, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when we first started, it was like, well, I understand, like, when I see the up-and-comers, I understand their pace, because it's just like, it's almost like...
And it's jittery, too, man. Especially your first fight, man. You're like, oh, man, my family...
Oh, yeah, and then the adrenaline and everything, you can't deny that.
Yeah, you got this nervous energy, and you know, and it's true, you know, it's like, you always get nervous before a fight, you know, even to this day, you know, I still get nervous for a fight. Now, but the thing that switched over is that you recognize that it's normal to feel the nerves. So when my body's going through the nerves, I just let it ride. I'm like, all right, I'm feeling nervous, but I just let it ride because I know that once I'm at the arena, the nerves
not gonna affect your performance.
And the nerves go away. Like now, I've learned to recognize that the nerves will go away. But like throughout the day, you know, you go through the waves.
Yeah,
you know, you go through the waves.
Yeah, this is part of being human. Like, man, I'm nervous now.
Because there's guys even now, some of them I'll interview and stuff like that, and I'll talk to them, and they say like, man, I'm not nervous. Bull.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because if you're not, you're lying. Because everybody, you're human. That's just, you can't deny that.
And you don't know what's gonna happen, man.
But
no one wants to
key to a lot of the vets do is they utilize that nerves for their advantage.
Right.
And it helps them drive to that, because that adrenaline dump coming in when you hear that music and you see all those people, it's like a tunnel vision, man. and people coming in there and they look at, you can't deny that. Everybody, I don't care. You're human. You're feeling that.
And it's okay, and that's the one thing that you know, when I talk to the to up and comers or different fighters, you know, I let them know like dude, like don't trip, like this is normal, it's okay. And you know what? And Sergio, you know, he brought it up perfectly. You know, you're going through the waves where you're feeling confident. You're like, yeah, man, here I go. This is what I trained for. And then like out of nowhere, you're just chilling, and part of the waves, when the wave goes down, then you're thinking like, what am I doing? I should be at a barbecue right now. I should be at a barbecue. What am I doing? I'm about to go throw down in front of all these people. Because the thing is that people have to understand, you know, and I think that's why people love to watch fights, is because, and that's why I respect all the fighters, because what people don't understand is that we're totally naked in there. Like either people are gonna see us rise or they're gonna see us fall.
Exactly.
And
Very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's a vulnerability, right? And so, you know, it's okay to feel that nervous energy. I tell them it's okay to feel that nervous energy. The cool thing is that you just gotta let it ride. Like for me, I'll be nervous throughout the day. You know, I'll go through the waves, but like by now I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna let it ride. But yeah, I'm like,
anticipation.
Yeah, like, hey, how you feeling? Oh, I mean, I'm nervous. But the cool thing is that at least once I'm at the arena, you feel like the energy. Then I'm like, oh, hell yeah, let's do it.
Man.
Let's do it, man. Like, let's do it. Let's just go out there and have fun.
I mean, perfect example for you, your last fight. You got a kid that everybody's, you know, he's the next best thing.
Yeah.
You know, he's groomed to go for the title shot.
You can't let
Here
that
we
go
got
to
the
your head,
veteran
man.
go in there and, hey, the rest
I
is
think
history.
a lot of people had me pointed out, you know, or had me counted out. You know, I took a lot of losses, you know, earlier in my career. You know, I've been doing a lot better lately. But you know, like I said, you know, as a veteran, you can't let no one scare you, man. You know, no matter what the hype.
exactly.
You know, I fought, you know, the best person he's fought. You know, like man, I fought these guys in my earlier days. You know, we went straight into the pros, man. I fought the best of the best. You know, and you know, in 45-pound division right now is still strong, man. Right now with a lot of young guys, like you manage a couple young guys. You manage Armando Espinoza. There's a couple other guys out there, and it's strong with veterans like me and Adam. You know, he's in the middle. You know, he's young,
he is.
He's a veteran still. You know,
to that level. Exactly.
So he's had a lot of fights. He's fought tough people, man. You know, and it's a strong division. You know, and you know, we go up to 55 sometimes and stuff like that. It's a really just really condensed, you know, weight classes. And I think that's what makes for exciting fights. You know, like okay, let's put the two veterans versus each other. Wow, you know, now who's gonna win this one? Put a veteran versus another youngster. You know, like I said, that was coming
That's
up.
when the excitement comes, because you don't know, and not like that's what everybody's building up to your fight, and that's what everybody asks me right off the bat. Well, who do you think? And I said, well, I'm gonna keep it to myself because I need to see something first. And basically, it was the condition that you came in, because I mean, every time that, like I told you, I've seen you come in condition. Then you basically change the script.
Yeah.
You did it against Darren Crisp.
Yeah.
The same thing. Everybody, oh man, this guy, Darren Crisp, he's gonna get knocked out. Put him to sleep.
But I thought that you controlled the pace, which was we were talking about being a veteran.
Yeah,
like, you know what? You understand that he wants to be like, and
go
you
100%.
controlled it, you slowed it down, and then you
gotta put him in your world. You gotta put him in your world.
Exactly. So
and with youngsters, you know, like these up and comers, they can push their pace too. You know, they just gotta be smart about it. Like let's say, okay, let's throw Castle out there. You know, if I was a third party and I was saying that you were gonna fight Quinones, I would be like, you know, you're younger, you have better striking. You know, I won't say he has better striking. You know, that's just me, because I'm always gonna say I have the best striking in the world. You know, we gotta think like that, man. Even though it's not true or whatever, but I'll be like, you know, push the pace and striking, man. If he tries to shoot on you, spawn, brawl, don't give him an inch to breathe. Go into that fight really in good condition, show him why you're young, better up and coming, and finish him, you know. And that's that's what makes for good fights, you know. Because that probably was the game plan, you know. And then I have mine and
go over there and overwhelm.
And he's gonna learn, and he's gonna learn, because you know what's gonna happen, and we all learn. We all learn when we're coming up. We all learn that what happens. We come in hard and they withstand the storm. Then what? You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, you know, it's one of those things, you know, where it's like, you know, I mean, he's gonna learn, but I
think Castle and Calderon would be a good fight too, man. Like, you know what I mean?
That'd be good. But now they have him, you know, down in Southern California, Orange County, you know, training, redoing his deal to regroup again, you know, like that.
Is he still with Oyama and stuff?
Yeah, he's over there. I know Joe's trained with him a little bit over there like that too, because we had his name come out when we wanted to fight him, but they decide not to put him out there. But anyways, you know, down the road it's gonna happen. Eventually, it's gonna happen.
I think everyone's gonna
You
end up
know,
fighting, man.
These
It's
guys
gonna
stay
take
busy
some
and they stay focused, and eventually the paths are gonna cross. But you know, we'll see what happens.
And then there's always different paces, right? Because I mean, you're going.
He's
from
gonna
2
learn
minute-
from
You're
that
going
loss.
from 2-minute rounds to you're coming to 5-minute rounds, and then you're winning,
Yeah.
right? You're winning right away, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's like yes, you're training, but it's a different pace. Then what happens, like, you know, especially once, because remember back in the PFC days, it was 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
Which was a
there's
little change up, which caused it to be more fast action. Then when
And then you're in the ring.
yeah,
It's
it was a different
You have
world.
nothing to
Can't use
push
the
off.
cage.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
pretty much had to stay in the middle.
So
and
everything
bang.
changed.
No, but it was crazy because we're from the Wild West days where when I first started fighting, my first fight was at 160 pounds.
Yeah.
I didn't see the dude weigh in.
Yeah, sketchy. Already.
Yeah. So I was like, hey man, you know, I'm here to weigh in, and I weighed in like at, oh yeah, you could be up to 165.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
All right.
So I was like 162, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, where's my opponent? Oh, he weighed in already.
Yeah.
I'm
he
like,
was
really?
The promoter. Huh?
Can I see him? Where's he at? Oh, he left already. And I'm like, what? But it was like, I'm already in Porterville. I already got thrown down. So what are we
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah.
But then it was the Wild West days, and at that time it was 2 5-minute rounds. So then you learn to you have to go hard because you just can't win one round, take a round off, and then win the third. It was like you only got these 2
You gotta
rounds.
win both rounds.
You gotta win both rounds. So it was kind of like the Ultimate Fighter stuff.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
make the ultimate fight.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
2
But then you
rounds.
realize different paces, and then once you go to TPF or when it started becoming more of like a normal thing to do 3 5s, then you have to train on certain good paces, right? And then when I fought for the Tachi Palace title, I had to prepare for 5 5s. And then I fought
Yeah,
a
that's
tough
crazy, man.
Then I fought a tough dude that we actually went 5-5. 25 minutes is a mother, man.
Yeah, I've never fought 5-5, man. I mean,
That's
I've
crazy,
trained them. I've trained fight,
That's
of course,
crazy.
you know, but man, fighting 5-5.
I know when you think about it, it's like, damn.
That's
just
25
get
minutes
your
of throwing
ass kicked
down,
for
bro.
25
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
Living it back, you know, for 25
It's crazy.
minutes.
It's a different animal, but you know, it's one of those things where like, you know, you understand the pacing, and then like how Sergio was saying, you know, you understand how to pace, how to slow things down to your rhythm, to your world, or when to pick it up. So I just think that I'm very fortunate, man, that I've had good people around me to show me, and the experience. Nothing beats experience,
Nothing
man.
beats experience,
Nothing
man.
beats experience.
That's all in your head right here, and you know
that's priceless, man.
you had various amount of good people in front of you. You know what I mean, and you learned something from everybody. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's people that you've probably gone out there and finished, and there's people like you said that you've gone the distance far, you know, and you learn something from all that, you know. You learn something from all that, so.
Yeah,
man.
I want to know one thing. I want to know one of your crazy weight cut stories.
Oh man,
Oh,
mine.
there you go.
I want to hear one of them. At least give me. I know we all.
I'll tell you the worst one then, because one time I went 135s and it
Oh,
sucked.
snap.
Yeah, I
No
went
way,
135 at the pill. I fought Fernando Ariola, and the first time we fought, it was 45s, and then I don't know why they're all, hey, you know what I mean? I think maybe it got in my head or something, you know. Back then I was a little bit like,
okay.
I still was younger. I was like, I want to go 35, so okay. I decided to do it and did the normal cut, you know, whatever. And then I got down to 145. I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm actually like 45, kind of walking around-ish, you know, but I was still already kind of like starting to feel dehydrated. So day of weigh-ins, you know, I'd probably wake up like 9 pounds over, you know.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
Damn,
because you know, of course, you know, like, oh
Yeah.
man, dude, it's 35. So I was like, oh shit, all right. I was like, so I put on my sauna suit, which I hate doing, you know. I started just, I like to get like a sweat, and then I just take it easy, you know. That way I don't kill myself too much. And I was cutting weight. I had to cut weight at night, you know what I mean? Like, because I was scared that I was gonna make weight, so I got up at like 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep anyways. I was walking up and down my stairs. Cause I lived in like this condo apartment, and like running around my living room. I don't want to go outside because it was cold, you know. Cause
And how late was this? How late was this?
this was like at night, like 2 a.m. You know,
Oh, wow.
yeah, 'cause
Wow.
I live with my roommate, and I didn't care, you know. I was like, man, I gotta make this weight.
Yeah.
And then, sauna suit, whatever. I was like maybe 2 pounds over. I was like, all right, but you know, weigh-ins are a couple hours. So I drove 2 weigh-ins in my sauna suit, you know, from Hanford to Lemoore, probably
Whoa.
like 15-minute drive. And then I'm like, damn, I'm still like a pound over, you know? Okay, you know, they used to make us check our weight. I think back then it was when Jeremy was running it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, I got a pound. So I remember I was running outside of the palace, you know, and there was one time where I just sat down on some rocks and I was like contemplating life. You know the point when you're like, why do I do this? Why am I doing this, man? This sucks. I remember cars would stop and be like, are you okay? Like, cause it's hot and I'm wearing sweats and sweating. I'm like, I'm fine, man. I just gotta walk my ass to Wayne's right now.
You're thirsty, you're hungry.
Like, oh, you're fire, oh, good luck. You know, just skirt off. And, well, long story short, I showed up to Wayne's. And back then, it wasn't how it is now, man. They would lag, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fighters didn't get their paperwork in on time. We're waiting for this guy that's coming in from Hawaii, and we have to wait for him. Like, oh my God, you know. So we didn't wait till 7. And I made it. I made 136, and my opponent didn't make weight. I'm like pissed, man. I'm like, bro, he's like, and I'm friends with this guy, you know. And he was like, hey, he's like, honestly, dude, I didn't think you were gonna make weight. He's like, how the fuck do you make 135? I was like, I made it, but he didn't make it, and it was cool. I beat him again, fucking. But no, after that, you know, that was my 1-0 at 35. Never again, man. I'm good at 45s, or maybe I'll bounce up to 55 for fun, you know, like fighting for fun and stuff, man.
But you got experience and you learn what you don't want.
What I don't want.
That's what 135.
Yeah, not 135, man. You know, so I give props to people like Gibson, man. He's like my height, and I know he has to cut around that much weight too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a big kid.
He's a big kid, but you know, back then too, I wasn't as smart as I am now. You know, I wasn't really dieting right and stuff like that. You know, like I was just kind of eating whatever. But I know he does it right. So, yeah, man. Well, let's go to our first topic, man. The Ultimate Fighter. Did anyone watch that show?
Yeah, I did.
So Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw, man. That's gonna be a badass fight. But I actually didn't get to watch the show, but I did see the highlights of so Garbrandt grabbed Dillashaw by the neck. So what happened? Like for someone like me,
They're just a couple of their fighters, you know. Obviously, it was something like that, and then it was back and forth. Dillashaw really didn't start nothing, but Garbrandt he just like laid it out there, and all of a sudden the next day he just came angry.
Yeah.
And when they seen each other, they just
don't like each other. I know there's that tension from Dillashaw being at Alpha Male and the way he left. I know the way he left. What happened was I know Dwayne Ludwig came to be their striking coach, and then him, and I'm not sure if him or I had beef or what happened, and then Ludwig left.
He wanted more money and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of politics.
You know, a lot of politics and stuff like that, and then decided to go his own way. And you know, Dillashaw was being treated by him, started showing him good results, and thought, hey, this is a guy I'm going to stay with him because things are working out good for him. So.
And then Ryan that didn't like that, you know, so started calling him a snake, and Kanye called him a snake. That was a funny shit, man.
Well, what they got upset about because he kept on denying it.
Okay.
And that's what made him upset. And I mean, you look at stuff like that, I mean, anybody would. I mean, Uriah invests a lot of into these guys. Puts homes up,
money,
gets them jobs, doing all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, I could see his part. Plus, they were real tight. I mean, there was his wedding and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
I know people that
a lot of personal stuff.
Everybody knows each other. It's a real tight.
Yeah,
it's a real tight.
he felt hurt. So, you know, when that happened, he felt, hey, if there was a situation, at least you have the respect to come and talk to me, you know, about it versus just doing it.
Just left,
And the way that he left, it made it seem like it was about the money, and that's what it was like. You know, me over money. You know, that's.
Yeah, but just like everything, there's we don't know the whole detail. I mean, we're gonna hear one side,
this is just what I heard.
another side. There's always one side or the other side.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, why, you know, life's short. Why not go to what's gonna make you happy?
Yeah, it's about your career.
Because you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's like MMA is already cutthroat as it is.
Yeah.
You know, but like to me, it's like if one of my coaches was like, hey man, I gotta move to some other place, and I'm not gonna look at it as you're leaving me. You're leaving me to go to this other team that's gonna pay you more, or I can't go.
He's gotta live his life. Yeah.
He's gotta live his life. But to me, it's like, to me, it's like, yo man, if that's gonna make you happy, that's gonna make. We're training here because this is our out. So if you're out to do yourself better, I mean, dude, we're all grown men. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. I wouldn't take it personal, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, just like anybody in a job. If
In a
you
job, there
say
you
I
go.
got a better opportunity. Hell yeah, I want the best for you. I mean, look at you when you originally started. You know, everybody coming out from Last Stand and all that stuff back in the day.
Well, that was my 13.
And then
Yeah,
before
that's
that,
number 3, yeah.
well,
Yeah.
with
well, I was PMA. So I was PMA when I started
Okay,
with
yeah.
Cole Escovedo,
Okay.
Billy Evangelista, George Evangelista. So I started in PMA. That's when I first started. Then when I couldn't afford to drive to Fresno anymore, I joined the local Merced team, which was a garage, kind of like a garage
Yeah,
team. I started
yeah.
as a garage team. That's where I met Phil the Pain
Yeah.
and David Granados. I met those guys there, and I started training there. And then I started reaching like a peak there, where I was like, you know what, man, I need more training. So like I said, it's all being happy and where
Yeah,
you need to go.
exactly.
And we're all grown men, right? So I made a decision to, when I was at that stacked house, I said, you guys have done great for me.
Yeah.
They invested in me. They got me my first fight. They got me my second fight. I think they got me up to like, 4 fights.
Yeah.
And then it was like, hey man, I feel like I reached a peak. I need to go somewhere where I feel I can get more training partners
Yeah.
at a higher level. So then that's when I went to Oakdale. So that was my third team. I went to Oakdale. I trained there. Those guys were awesome.
Yeah, they were really strong back then.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
They had everything.
Yeah.
They got Michael McDonald.
Well,
all the
Stackhouse,
brothers.
man, back in the day, because I used to go to the tournaments. I remember
Yeah.
playing the little
That's
jiu-jitsu
right,
tournaments
that's
and stuff
right.
like that.
Yeah.
Back then, so I knew all those. And then all those kids out of there ended up making it big. Renatos, all them,
Right.
those were the guys for the fights.
Right.
You know, so that's what had
Yeah.
a hell of a camp.
No, but you know what? It's more like I said. To me, my perspective is I was never leaving because no, you guys ain't no good. No, it was always like, hey, at the end of the day, everybody's got to do what's good for themselves, right?
Exactly.
And so, I went to Last Stand, and those guys were awesome. Those guys were great. And then finally, it was a point where it was like, I was finally able to come full circle and come back to PMA.
Yeah.
And I'm back at PMA now. So it's like, but this is my journey. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So for me, like with Dillashaw, it was always like, it's like, I would have been more, well, that's just my mentality because I've done it. To me, my mentality is like, you got to go wherever makes you happy.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, life's short, man. Like,
At the end of the day, that's
why
what matters.
why does it have to be like we're not a gang?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
why we gotta be all against each other?
Yeah. So it's like let's just go on with our lives and have fun in this sport, and it's all about perspective, how you look at it. Do you look at it as, oh, you're not being loyal, or do you look at it as like, hey, he feels that part of his journey must go this way.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective, how you see it, and obviously that's people have different perspective, and that's where arguments come in.
Yeah, that's
That's how it
true.
goes.
That's true.
And it's crazy because like Dillashaw left Alpha Male, and now he's coaching against their highest prospect, which Cody Garbrandt. Not that he came out of nowhere, but he came out of nowhere fast.
Yeah.
He came out of nowhere fast, man. Like 6-0, I think, when he started, and just started knocking people out, and then he knocked out that Brazilian. I was like, okay, this guy
Yeah.
got some hands and some power, and then he just fought for the title, and I don't think a lot of people can believe it. He beat
No.
Cruz fast on his first title challenge.
He did
you know?
really good on that. Yeah.
He did good, man. And he looked good. He looked like a champion. He didn't look like someone that was biting off more than he could chew.
Yeah.
He actually looked out there like he fought like a veteran that had way more than 9 fights. He's probably been like in 1,000 street fights and stuff like that. So he just has that mentality, and I think he put it into MMA, and it came out good. It worked for him, and he's on top now. But I think that's gonna be a good rematch, man. Dillashaw, he's a veteran himself. He's hungry. He's angry. You know what I mean? Like there's a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
emotion on
Yeah,
that.
he wants to show something. He has something he feels that he has to prove.
Prove a lot. I feel like it's gonna be a lot that he's gonna have to prove. Like, hey, I left because of the decision that I think was good on my part. So boom, And he's training hard. He's training with Luca Matisse.
Yeah, that's a good camp over there, man. That's strong. A lot of people are migrating over there. A lot of them more and more are going
The
to
Denver, the Colorado.
Yeah, connection.
Is
They're putting a
that's
lot
like
of
where the
fighters.
Olympic people train too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Elevation, everything.
Everything, man. So that's gonna be a good one to watch. What night is Wednesday nights?
So
tonight.
Oh,
Tonight
it's
at
tonight,
7
yeah,
o'clock.
right,
After
yeah,
the show, 2:19 on Brett.
Tune in, man. Tune in. All right, let's move on. UFC. Yeah, we watched the UFC fights. I know I did, man.
Yeah, I watched them.
That was a badass card. Let's see some quick results. All right, local guy, kind of Hector Sandoval. The guy
Oh, yeah, he did good, man.
He knocked out Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell was on that Champions Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
He
you watched
came
that
in
one.
and
but-
starts him.
Starts, that's the other.
That's good for him, man, because he had a couple other times out there didn't do so fair so good.
And then Brandon Moreno fought former TPF title contender Dustin Ortiz, and he subbed him, man.
Yeah,
Brandon
he subbed
Moreno,
that kid's bad.
He done good, man.
Yeah.
When he subbed up, who is it? Louis Smart, maybe that was kind of a fluke. You know what I mean? This kid, I don't know. He just
And then
he was just subbing everywhere.
Dustin,
now.
man, a veteran. You know, this kid went in there and came out pretty strong and then turned it around.
Most of his wins are from Mexico. You know, you can never really gauge. You know how those opponents are. You know, sometimes they'll find those dudes on the street, but you never know. Yeah. And then this one was good. Was Jake Allenberger versus Mike Perry?
Man.
Ooh,
Nasty as hell ever.
Allenberger, the elbow starts from
Red stars, bro.
His
He had
toes
dab-
curled up,
He was
man.
dabbing, bro, on the floor. Someone took a picture of that, made it a meme. You can't get knocked out in the UFC. They'll make fun of you, man. They will make fun of you. That's just the internet, you know what I mean? Oh, man, that was a nasty one. So Mike Perry, man, coming up. Honestly, I hadn't heard too much about him before this fight. So
Yeah, me neither.
so
he was down.
now he's gonna be on my radar, you know. Joe Lazombie, actually lost to Stevie Ray, which sucks, you know. I'm a Lazon fan. I watched that fight. It was pretty back and forth. Lazon always has wars. Dodson versus Eddie Wineland. You know, I hate to say boring fights, but I think that one was a boring fight.
I think they showed too much respect.
Yeah,
to
it
each
was
other.
just not respect.
They didn't want to.
They didn't want to push the trigger, which most of them they're very badass veterans. You know what I mean, they both. I've seen them finish people nasty. You know?
Oh yeah,
And I think that they just didn't. They didn't want that to happen. You know, they didn't want to get finished. So.
I think they both saw each other's what they're trying to set up, and they're both like, "No, I ain't give it to you."
I'm not gonna jump into that.
And then the other guy's, "Oh, I see what you're doing." So before you know it, it just became a stalemate where it was like,
Yeah, there was a lot of stalemate.
Yeah,
they were just kind of dancing and dancing.
Yeah.
I understand.
And but like you said though, let's be honest, it made for a boring fight. You know.
They did.
All right.
Respect.
This one was tight. Well, let's talk about the main event first. Was Cub Swanson versus Artem Lobov, man. Swanson, you're on the road, man. You're on the road, bro.
He deserves a title fight.
Yeah, he deserves a title fight, man. You put the hands on Lobov, which Lobov, you know, he has like a 500 record, but
He's
he's
talking
tight.
a lot of shit.
Yeah,
He's tough, man.
He's
He's
tough, and he talks a lot of shit. You know, he's from Conor McGregor. He's one of his homeboys. I'm not sure if he's from his exact camp or not.
No, he is.
So he trained with not let them but tough people. And he looked in real good shape, man.
He did.
He looked fucking swole, and he didn't look like that on the Ultimate Fighter, you know. So he's been training hard for Swanson. But Swanson, he's on another level, man. And this guy, has to be doing what, like 35 years old,
Yeah.
you know. And he's like in his peak right now, you know.
Yeah.
He's in his peak right now, and just putting people weighing into his wars. And who was it that he fought before this? Korean.
Yeah, that Korean. Yeah.
Fight of the night.
Don,
man.
that could have been fight of the year, man. Maybe fight of the decade. You know what I mean? That was a crazy one. They were just rocking each other. But yeah. All right, the last one we'll talk about is Al Iaquinta, man. Badass up and comer versus Diego Sanchez. Diego, man. Diego's been in some wars, but lately he's been getting rocked, man. He's just put it out, man, which sucks to see, you know, especially
we'll
you know, with our generation, you know, that I'm pretty sure you grew up seeing him fight too, man. A bunch of wars. Back when he was a nightmare, you know, and
now he's Lionheart.
yeah, Lionheart. He went to the Dream. Lionheart. I saw a meme that said, it's all Diego. Turns out, no, that Diego said, you know what, Diego, you've taken a lot of damage. You should probably just retire. And then, you know, the Kermit one that says, Inner Diego, just change your nickname and give it another shot. But yeah, Al Iaquinta, man, he knocked him out pretty brutal. This guy, he has some nasty power because I think he knocked out Joe Lazon too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's when I first, because I'm a Joe Lazon fan, man. The first time I saw him fight, I was like, wow, you know, this guy, he's someone big. But the big thing about that was the crap that he talks afterwards, man. He'll straight out call out the UFC, you know what I mean? Like, he's not scared of Dana White and the politics. He'll straight out say, you know, like, he'll say, fuck you, UFC, or...
And honestly,
like
bro,
that.
I think he's saying a lot of things that a lot of UFC fighters that are not at his position of financial stability, he's talking for like those other UFC fighters that are unable to say that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean,
He's making it a topic, you know?
Yeah, man.
Before, you know, they'd be like, okay, he got paid 26 to show, 26 to win. Which, you know, it's good money, but when you're talking about world level, world class fighting, you know, the UFC's making millions and millions and millions of dollars, man. They're not giving some of these fighters what they think is their fair cut, and that's why he's raging on that. You know, he's bringing it to the spotlight.
Yeah, well, he's upset, you know, because you got someone like him who's fighting top competition, winning, and then you got someone like Sage who's making maybe like 3 times as much.
Yeah, a lot more money.
Way more. I mean,
Not
good
as
for Sage.
Yeah, good for Sage.
I mean, good for Sage, right? I mean, that's what you want. But it's always like, you know, you get that kind of feeling of like, dang, you know, like you see what's possible.
Yeah.
You see the amount of money that's possible, and then when you're seeing that you're getting 3 times less, you know, and you're fighting tougher level,
yeah, way tougher.
it kind of gets you in that mode where like where he's just like pissed off, but he's stable enough in his financials where he's able to talk for all those other UFC fighters that are unable to talk like that, you know.
Yeah, because you know a lot of people, they don't want to piss off the boss and
Exactly.
stuff. So, but you know the UFC pay is being talked about, man. And you know there's new owners and stuff, and who knows how
They're
it's gonna
dropping
go.
the god, and it seems like every time after every fight card they drop like 10 fighters.
Yeah.
They're thinning out that you know not
The
the
lineup,
schedule, but their
yeah.
lineup. Yeah.
It's crazy how you feel like a different regime, like you're
Yeah.
feeling it. It's almost like you know, like
It's different.
when a president has to step down, like you see this new regime, and now it's becoming entertainment.
Yeah, it's changing.
Like how good can you talk smack?
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
got a title shot. You know,
Right
it's like-
away, yeah.
That's it.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. And speaking of the pay, man, I don't know if you guys heard about this new organization. The people that bought out World Series of Fighting.
Yeah, I read a little bit about it.
I heard they want to give fighters a monthly,
Stipend.
like you
Yeah.
know, here you
Which
get
is good, like,
you'll
Which
get-
is cool. It's stable.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
then, you know, you have a
It's
job,
something just
you have
like a job.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what sponsors do. If you get a big one, it kind of offset your cost for training. And that's good, man.
Let's say
it
lower
should
level.
be like that.
Even if it was a lower level, you know, let's say, okay, we're gonna give
Anything
you
helps though.
3 G's a month, you know, which is like, all right, now I have making something that could at least pay my rent. You know what I mean? It's not, you're not making a crap load of money, but you know,
can eat.
but you can train.
Yeah.
Right.
You can train to fight now. You know what I mean? You can train. You don't have to worry about, you know, I'm gonna fight in 3 months. You know, and money's tight until then. You know
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? You're getting a paycheck every month, and you could budget your income. You know, just like a job, and just train to fight, which makes it interesting. Because then you're gonna keep winning. I wonder how they're gonna do the contracts. Like every maybe 6 months, every year. Do you renegotiate? Okay, now you get this certain amount of months, and you just keep winning until the champions are making maybe like $10,000 a month or something like that.
Yeah,
Something
I mean,
good, you
it
know,
makes
that's
it
six
worth
figures.
it.
But there's a different mindset. Think about it. There's a different mindset. Think about it. When you feel like you want to fight versus you have to fight.
Yeah.
Big, yeah.
There's a big mental on that. But if you feel like you want to fight, you go in there more loose, more relaxed, you're having a good
yeah.
time. Versus I have to fight and I have to win because I need both checks.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a different mentality, different
That's
style
makes
coming in.
sense. Yeah,
That's true.
And then a lot with training too, man. When you just want to fight, you know, your whole training is different, you know, because
He was calling mine.
we have a car.
No, he hadn't called in. But I got a question for Art from Big Trip out there in Visalia. He wants to know if you've heard any word from Tachi, man, because you haven't fought there for a bit.
Oh.
Do you have anything maybe coming up or?
As of right now, I don't know. My manager, Team Reese, and then my head coach, Jorge Reese. The Reese's. Oh, look at that. They're the ones that take care of everything. For me, it's I'm just doing what I always do, which is I'm always training. I have my job, and I'm having fun. So that's what I want to focus on, just what I can control. But as far as hearing what's out there, I mean, for me right now, bro, look, I'm 35. I'm 35, and everything for me is a bonus. As long as my body is still able to, I'm gonna keep fighting because I want to. That's what I was talking about mentality, wanting to. I don't have to fight.
Yeah.
I have my job, my car's paid off, I have my apartment, my bills are paid. I'm okay. But as far as everything is just a bonus. So for me, it's like, you know, I'm just gonna have fun, do what I do. I mean, I still got goals. I would love to have another title. I would love to have another title. I would love to fight in Japan. So there's still goals, but I'm not attached to it. Like if it doesn't happen, it's not like, oh, my career was a failure. No, it was like, you know what? Those are goals I like to do, and if it happens, I want to be training and having fun and staying in shape. So if it does happen, I'm prepared. Versus oh my gosh,
Yeah.
why didn't I prepare?
Yeah.
I'm 185 now, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but I do have goals, but as far as hearing what, I honestly, I have no idea and I don't stress over it, you know, as long as, until you know, my manager, talks to my head coach and they're like, hey, this is coming up, how's ours doing, how's ours feeling? And then they just say, hey man, this is coming up, and it's like, all right, cool, but I'm not like rushing for a fight. It's like, I'm always training for one because I still have goals, but I'm not attached to where I have to fight.
And you're a fighter, you know what I mean? It's gonna feel weird if you stay out of practice that long, you know? Or
So I'm always training. I'm always training, and that's what we talked about last time. As you get older, you gotta not always train. We also gotta watch your diet, man. Because like if I eat like a fry, it feels like I gain like 3 pounds.
All of a sudden you're like, oh, 55 it is, man. Until you wake up the next morning, you're all right, freak out.
All right, we're good now. We're good.
Yeah, all right, freak out a little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that also, like I was saying, goes into a lot of your attitude with training. You know, like when you feel like, oh man, I gotta win this paycheck, or you know, like it's coming up, and you're like, oh, I gotta go to this practice, you know, versus to like, all right, you know, when you can be a little bit more relaxed and you're happy about fighting, you're like, yeah, you know what I mean, cool, what are we gonna do at practice? So, you know what, let's throw in some stand-up too, you know, let's throw in some mitts, and you just do it for fun, more than like, oh man, you know, you just kind of, today's stand-up, and you know, I gotta do this, and oh man, if I don't do this today, like,
no, it's a different mentality, and like, you know, and like, you know, I'm sure when you're going through your camp, I mean, you have a job, so you're going through your camp, you're having fun, and I mean, we always train to fight, we always train to win, but it's one of those things where like, you're more relaxed, you know what I mean, you're more relaxed, because you know you got your check coming in as you're training, and then you fight, and it's like, cool, bonus money, you know what I mean, it's like, oh, okay, great, you know, this is, you know, bonus money, and that's what I love about the fight game, because like now, I don't look at the checks as like, oh cool, I can
take care of some stuff.
No, it's more like, oh cool, great,
extra money,
save it, you know,
take a little trip about,
you know,
exactly. I like to just take trips with my money, man. Go somewhere, you know what I mean?
or buy something you wanted and couldn't because you had to take care of it.
And Art has a big, he has a big point in that, because like, I feel like earlier in my career, you know, like I only worked a part-time job, you know what I mean? And then like, I would take a fight, and I'd be like, you know, this money can help me a lot, you know, like, oh man, and like taking fights that I shouldn't have, you know, on short notice.
Because you felt like you had to fight.
Yeah, man, I had to.
Yeah.
I remember paying. Yeah, you guys just paid for my 65 inch.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, we used to
All
do
the time.
videos.
Thanks, man.
Back on Cage Radio with Mott's.
Yeah.
I remember once, yeah, I was
man.
like, man, I want to thank Mike Martinez, which was my buddy. Like, thanks for the calendar, bro. I was like, dang, Mike, he roasted you, bro. I think I was watching it with him too. I was like, he got you, man.
That was classic.
That was classic. All right, so some other shows coming up. We got the 209 Beatdown coming up this Saturday. Amateur show, right?
Amateur show.
Chris Burton that we've heard a lot about versus Daniel Alguera, Frank Farmer versus Richard Formonte. Then we got Combate Americas on Cinco de Mayo.
That's Cinco de Mayo, yeah, in Ventura. I know they've been calling down to try to get some guys here, but I don't know if, I know they were interested in Evan Savario. I don't know if he got on that card, but I haven't heard anything from him, but I know he's been
posts
training.
everything. So,
Plus he just got
so he had that fight, he posted.
he just got out of the academy too.
So you fought for Combate before, huh? How was that experience, man? Like, how's that organization, you know?
Dude, it was awesome, bro. It was awesome. I fought at their LA show. They set me up in there as their main event on the UFC Fight Pass. It was awesome, dude. It was they set me up in a nice hotel, the Wynn Hotel. I was like, oh damn. They gave me my per diem. I'm like, oh snap, you know. It's like, okay. And then
they give you money like for the day and stuff?
Yeah. So my per diem. You know, they gave me my room, and then and it was kind of cool. You know, I fought in LA, so it was like everything was in the hotel. I kept running into my opponent.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing, dude.
I hate that, man.
Dude, it was crazy because it's like we're all in the same hotel, right? And then I swear, I'm not even there 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get my bag, and then we cross, we're like by ourselves, and I'm like, and so you know, it's awkward, like, oh, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Cool. All right, we left it alone. We left it alone, and then next thing you know, it's like I see him in the hallway, and it's kind of like just a nod.
Yeah, then it's just a nod.
The craziest one is like, I was like, man, why I keep running into him? I don't run into the other fighters.
Yeah.
Dude. Then the day of the fight, you know, you always want to get a little sweat in the morning, right? Dude, I said, what are the odds that he goes when I go?
Oh,
Dude, he was in there.
Oh.
And then he's like, oh, and I'm all.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn around, man.
I was like, well, this is awkward. I was like, but I told him, like, hey, don't worry, man. I just want to see what your combos are like. But it was a good experience, man. It was a great show. It was a lot of fun, and it was pretty cool, man. I had a good time, man. It was good.
You know, I hope I get a fight from him one day, man.
Yeah, I hear some good things about it. Adam was telling me, well, he had like a little bit of bad experience over there, but just lost blood work and then had to go the day of the weigh-ins to do it and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's
it worked
stressful.
out fine. You know, he ended up winning that fight too, but he said other than that, it was pretty cool. And it's real small. You know, the auditorium is real close to everything.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. It was a cool setup, and then it's kind of cool to say, hey, I'm on UFC Fight Pass. You know, it's kind of cool to say that. It was pretty cool. It was an experience. You know, it was an experience. You know, I had a lot of fun.
I went to one of their shows out there. They're good people over there. I like them. I got a lot of guys down there that fight on that card. Actually, a couple of guys that fought or actually signed 5 fight contracts with them. We went to TJ and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. They did go up there.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so right now we're gonna give a free gift from the MMA store. So people watching, and I just commented on our page too. So first one to call in
We got some stuff there.
is 559-246-8959. So we got, let's see, a pair of gloves, a cool Liberty shirt.
Hey, can I call him?
Yeah, I was about to say right now. You know, like, I'm not calling right
Call
now.
right now.
And then black and red.
Dark side.
We got a bunch of stuff, man. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so anyone calls
Call in, man. There's nothing to share.
whose number is that one? That's Archie's. All right, so that's our producer Archie's, man. He'll be on standby, waiting for a call. All right, and we also have a fan Facebook question. What do you think about up and coming Anthony Avila out of Team Alpha Male? Chris, do you know who is Anthony Avila?
Yeah, Anthony.
All right, yeah, well, I know
He's a
Anthony
local
Avila,
guy,
yeah.
man.
He's
a lot of guys that train with him and
Anthony's
local
tough,
pride.
man. Yeah, he started off with the team in Exeter, Samurai Dojo, you know, and then he fought my teammate Joey. I actually fought him before, and then he moved out to Sacramento and started training there, man. And honestly, that kid has one of the nastiest guillotines that I've ever seen. He just fought for RFA, I think it was, in Visalia.
Yeah.
I went out there, you know, went on a little date night and stuff, and you know, like, let's go watch some fights. You know, he was fighting, Alex Perez was fighting, so I went to cheer on the Lamore boys, man. And I think he fought Cody Bolger, maybe it was.
Yeah. Weren't you scheduled to fight him? Or on that same card in Bakersfield that fell through?
It's like the third time we're supposed to
Something
fight.
like that.
Yeah. And the last time was at the Bakersfield show this year.
Yeah, and then they fell out.
The whole card fell out.
Yeah.
Which was weird because it's like
They were gonna have a series, a 6-fight series. And stuff like that.
yeah. So it was kind of crazy. So so we didn't fight, but the cool thing was my manager was able to get me in the Porterville card. So,
Yeah, that worked out.
Yeah, at the worst case, so it worked out because I was already like in shape. So
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Just jump right back on it.
That was good.
So-
But yeah, that's why I think. Yeah, he is considered a prospect, but he hasn't been fighting consistent though.
Well, I know he got hurt. I think he broke his hand or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And then he was out. Well, he was out for like two years or something before this last fight, and then after that, then he beat that Cody kid.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. Oh, he fought
A global knockout.
Global Knockout. Yeah, he fought Sam Tumor.
Yeah.
Tall black
Yeah, just
kid.
recently. Yeah, just
so-
recently.
So he's trying to get back in. You know, he'll fight again. You know, I think that fight didn't go his way, but he's a tough guy, man. Good guillotine, and you know, he's got a bright future ahead of him. I'd like to see him maybe fight again in Sacramento, or maybe come back.
Yeah,
to
he
the
will.
Palace, man.
Now that he's more active, and then you'll start
He'll
hearing
start
more
picking
about
him up, you know.
Yeah.
As long as he don't get hurt. I think what stopped him for a while is just his injuries. I think he hurt his hand.
Who
I'm not
knows?
sure
August
exactly
will be
what.
the next card in Tachi, and possibility.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get on that card too, so we'll see. We're both saying like that. All right, so moving on. Let's talk about that card. No, let's talk about the next card in Tachi. TPF, May 18th. Cody Gibson, Adrian
Oh, there you
Diaz.
go. Yeah. Get Cody involved in that. You got Adrian Diaz defending about get Cody Gibson going up in weight.
Yeah, that's
What do you think
I'm
about
excited
that,
about
man?
that one. I'm excited to see that.
I'm gonna go ahead. You know what I mean? I think you talked about last week. You took Diaz, so I'm gonna go ahead and stir it up. I'm gonna take Gibson, man. Just cause
I like to see Cody win, but I mean, I think it's gonna be probably his toughest fight.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, Adrian
like
Diaz,
that too,
man.
so.
He's a
And
team
he's
knockout
training,
guy
man.
too.
That's one thing this guy does train and work.
Yeah, it's hard with Cody, because he trains at elite. I feel like he's one of the toughest guys there. You know what I mean? Which there you can get better being one of the toughest guys at the gym. Work on your technique and stuff and help push other guys to push you. But Adrian Diaz, I'm pretty sure he's getting his butt whipped by a lot of these people at Alpha Male.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure
it's
he
another
rides
it's
by
another
them.
level
Yeah.
where you can gauge your experience. Here too, you can do it, but you just can't. What I see a lot of the guys here locally, everybody has an ego, man, and in order to get better, you got to leave that door, And over there at OKG, you got a lot of guys that are migrating from these other camps and actually getting the work in, and they're actually elevating. I mean, you got Joe Soto go over there, Javi Ayala going over there. You got a lot of these up and coming kids that are going in there, and these guys that go when they fight, you can see the difference. And it's not so much the technique, it's the conditioning. These guys can go on and on and on and on. From the last fight, the last round, and it's like they just started. It's like, son of a bitch, how can you compete with somebody like that unless you maintain yourself at
Yeah,
that
one
same
of,
level?
one of our amateurs, Ricardo Vasquez, he actually started going to OKG and training with them. And, yeah, his conditioning went up and stuff. Like with me, like I do my own conditioning. You know what I mean? Because in our practice, we practice, our sparring and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But over there, I feel like they focus a lot, on conditioning technique. It's a good camp, man, and it's good to see a lot more fighters mix in there, and help each other out. But yeah,
dude,
Gibson
like,
did that.
like that kid I got over there, Armando, he trains there at OKG and then also under David Terrell and Joe Soto, his ground. But he also does go over there to Elite 2 to get the rolls in and spar with Cody Gibson and
he's
Kane and
getting
that
some
too.
good
So
training
he's
in
putting
there,
in a
man.
lot of work, and they're coming back from, and he's just starting off. So I mean that's what helps him elevate to the next level. So at the level that he can fight at, I don't think there's going to be that many guys that can be able to compete with him because he's getting that work from a lot of the veterans and stuff.
And that's the big thing,
Holding
man.
his
For
own.
these young guys, man, I'd say train with veterans, dude. You know what I mean? Because they just hearing them out in practice and stuff. Like even with my amateurs that we had at Ochoa, man, like I try to give them as much knowledge as I can. You know what I mean? And like dudes that have their first fight, and I'll explain to them why they're about to receive these hands. This ass whooping. It's like a prayer. I'm all, let me tell you I'm about to whoop your ass because I love you. You know what I mean? It's because and then. Beat up on them, and like don't feel all defeated. You know what I mean? Like this is how it's gonna be in a fight. Like I said, because what we did, we train our 5 minutes all the time. To get them in shape. But then our coach threw a mix in, and they go, you know what? Let's do 3-2s, like it's a fight. You know what I mean? And he's all, Sergio, go hard on them. You know what I mean? Of course, they're not gonna kill them, but I was gonna stimulate a fight. So I pushed the pace and was just throwing combos the whole time, just like I felt like an amateur would, wild kind of, both three overhands, and I was getting I was like, dang, I'm getting kind of tired. Like it was fun though, you know what I mean? Like I just felt like he felt overwhelmed, and I told him, this is how it's gonna be. When someone comes at you, you can't just you can do one or two things. You can exchange in a crazy brawl. Or you could try to, control the pace, move, circle, do something, make him miss a little bit. That way he tires himself out. And, he won his first fight. And
Nice.
yeah, so that was pretty cool, man. But yeah, TPF. I'm going to take Gibson, Ken Carasoza versus Mike Bravo. I've never seen Mike Bravo fight. So I'm going to go with the local guy, Kane.
Yeah, me too.
Bad Palacio, Chris Lewis. You know what? I've never seen Chris Lewis fight. I heard he's a good wrestler.
Good wrestler.
I'm gonna go with that. But what sucks about heavyweights is if a heavyweight wrestler gets another heavyweight on the ground, it's hard for some of these people to get up. You know what I mean? You got your weight plus the other guy's weight. You know what I mean? So
he's putting in a lot of work. He's got
good.
good stand-up Coach B out there at Thrive. Putting in work at his house. doing
He's
stuff
in
like
boxing,
that.
huh?
He does boxing.
Okay, yeah,
boxing and stuff like that.
I've seen some
And
videos of
then
him.
he's in there putting in rounds with Devin Solari.
Yeah, little fast guy. Yeah, it's fun. I like sparring heavyweights, man. Don't get hit by him because it hurts, but hey, man, other than that, you can land like freaking 6 combos on him.
Yeah.
Who else on this card? Your boy Armando.
Yeah,
versus,
and Diamond Templeton here from. I mean, I'm not laughing at the guy. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Just one of those things.
yeah.
But we're limited to who we can fight because he only has one pro fight. So the commission kind of oversees that.
Yeah.
You know, after the 3 fights and then can start.
Yeah, after,
You know,
yeah,
like
he shows that he's
that.
at least like a 2-1. You know, they can pretty much almost fight anyone he
Yeah.
wants.
And so that's what I
1-0
told
or so. They're
Just
gonna
got to be patient,
careful.
you know.
Yeah, Alex Rojas is fighting on that card too. Someone
Yeah,
named
that
Joe
would be
Neal.
nice.
You know who Joe Neal is?
Joe, yeah, he's been back. I've seen him a lot of Gladiator Challenge and stuff like that. Those guys.
Yeah, other than that, man, it's not a lot of brand new people, you know. So yeah, this card, besides Cody and Kane, you know, and then those are like the veterans. You know, it's kind of a relaxed card. I don't know.
And like
it's not one of those cards that you're like, wow, but
Things always can change too.
yeah, man. Yeah, like I said. All right, so Bellator, London, Paul Daly versus Rory McDonald. That's gonna be badass. Right there.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Don't be bad at fighting.
I'm gonna go with Daly, man. I have to go with Daly, man. I love watching.
I'm with Roy McDonald, man.
I love watching Daly. It's good because it's Daly. You know, he got cut by the UFC for freaking sucker punching Koscheck, you know,
Yeah.
and then he's been going in there and murdering everybody in Bellator, man. And Rory McDonald, you know, he had his time where he was killing everybody in the UFC, and then I don't know, he just left. You know, I think he just left the UFC.
Right.
I'm not sure what happened.
And I want to say he just left his team.
Yeah, I think so too.
I want to say he just left TriStar.
Yeah,
So there's a big X factor on Rory.
Yeah.
Like not knowing where's he at.
Yeah, that's true too.
And now he's got like a new training system. So is he familiar with those coaches yet? Or do they know his style, like when he's tired or when he's not tired or when he's aggressive, not aggressive? Do they like it's a big X factor on Rory because we know he's possibly can beat Daly, but there's an X factor right now.
That's true too.
And that's gonna be cool. That's the day right after the Palace. So you go watch the Palace on Thursday night. Next day, we can sit at home and.
And then I don't know. I know we had some stuff in the works of taking a Vegas trip on May 20th. I don't know if we're still in, so I gotta follow up. I gotta follow up on that too to find out.
Yeah, that might be a wild weekend, man. That might be a wild weekend, but yeah.
So MMA Fight Pass on the road.
On the road, man. Yeah.
I might need to be the.
You might need to be the come on.
I might need to be the yeah.
Go, yeah. There you go.
I might need to be like the travel guest.
Yeah. You never know, man. And then, so that's gonna be a good one, man. I can't wait for that one. That's, not 2-3 weeks away?
Yeah.
So the next thing's coming up quick, 3 weeks away. All right, then we got MVP Michael Venom Page versus Derek Anderson.
MVP, I can't. You know what?
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
respect for the guy,
yeah.
but one of my boys, Fernando Gonzalez, fought him, and he wouldn't engage. You know, and they gave Venom Page the fight. You know, and
Why he's popular is the name, you know?
It is, but he wouldn't do anything. And Fernando actually should have won that fight because he took it to him and did everything, and Page didn't do anything. So he's just, I think he's suspect. He had flash wins,
Suspect.
yeah, but he had, when you're going against someone that's competitive and you got to produce, he doesn't do it.
What about Derek Anderson? Have you heard of him? Or?
Yeah, Derek Anderson, he's an up and coming guy, popular, probably gonna make a big name here soon.
So that's interesting, man. Hope to watch that one. All right, let's do some results real quick because we're all running out of time. 559 results. We'll just go with the last few.
Main event,
We'll go with
Sam and Sammy.
We'll go with co-main event. All right, we had Austin Liu versus Michael Alonso at flyweight. This Austin won by split decision, and from what I hear is this Austin kid, he's like kind of a tall for a flyweight Asian cat, and, he's like more of a karate style
Oh, okay.
dude. You know what I mean, I've seen him win, so he might be an amateur to watch out for in the future. Samuel Fierro versus Mark Wurst. Mark Wurst won by split decision. So Samuel Fierro, man, we've interviewed him too. He's a pretty cool cat, man.
125er, so that's going to be on the radar, and it happens.
And another result from the guys that we had last week, Josue Lugo won submission.
He won. They stopped the fight. Referee stoppage. Mike could continue in the second round, and so it was a win for Jose. He retained his heavyweight bout for Dragon House, but unfortunately he broke his hand for the fourth time.
Damn, man, 4 times. That's
my understanding. He had surgery today. Haven't got back from the follow up.
Maybe next week we have him call in or something.
Yeah, I like that too.
Sure.
And then also a kid that I represent, Carlos Babyboy Hernandez, 125er, made his pro debut.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the 2 minutes into the round, he felt something a little different, and basically he got his jaw broken, man. Continued the whole fight. He lost by unanimous decision, but I heard it was just really a scrap. So it's unfortunate, that happened.
Oh, baby boy, keep your head up, man. You're
Blessings out to
on
these
one,
guys
you can
for-
bounce out. You
for
can bounce
speedy
back from
recovery
that,
for
man.
these guys out
Get
there.
better, you'll bounce back, man. All right, man. Looks like we're kind of running out of time here, so quick thank you, man. Art, hell yeah, man. Thanks. Yeah, so yeah, maybe you can go with us to Vegas, man. That'd be tight, you know what I mean?
Dude, I think when they ask you who you want to be your travel guest, I think you should throw my name
I'll
in
throw it
there.
in there,
Throw
man.
it in there, throw it in
Yeah, I
there.
think we had some fun, man.
Yeah.
I mean, business-wise.
Yeah.
It's a matter who has the hookups. Most
Yeah. Should thank you for remaining to give all of them, man. You always have those. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll catch you next week. We don't have the guests yet, but you will find out.
Brittany Cook.
Brittany Cook.
And actually, they're the
Tosh
ones that
Fitz
are putting on the
Grappling for the
cause
Cure.
for the grappling for a cure.
That's a good term, man.
So that's a good thing. She'll be here in the house.
All right.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Cool.
Turn it up.
Poppy's wanting to be in here.
Hey, that chair, man.
That chair needs to be oiled.
No, and then this one, watch. I don't know if there's a setting on it.
No, man, I keep.